friends, in this video we are going to solve the problems given in the real numbers exercise 1.1. Before getting into the problems, we should know what Euclid's division lemma is. For any two positive integers a and b, there exist an unique whole numbers q and r such that a is equal to bq plus r. The condition for r is r should be less than b and greater than or equal to 0. Now we have to find HCF for 135 and 225. By Euclid's algorithm, we can write 225 is equal to 135 into 1 plus 90. Look into the question. Here 225 is greater than 135. So we are dividing 225 by 135. So we get 90 as a remainder. Since the remainder is not 0, now we take this divisor as dividend and this remainder as a divisor and proceed further. So we have to divide 135 by this 19. We have 1 times 90 in 135. So we get 135 is equal to 1 times 19 plus 45. Even now the remainder is not 0. Now this 90 will become a dividend and this remainder 45 will become a divisor now. We have 2 times 45 in 90. So we can write 90 is equal to 45 into 2 plus 0. Now the remainder is 0 and the procedure stops here. Since the remainder is 0, the highest common factor for the given two number is 45. That is HCF of 225 and 135 is 45. Now we are going to find HCF for 196 and 38,220. By Euclid's division lemma, we can write 38,220 is equal to 196 into 195 plus 0. That is 38,220 on dividing by 196 we get 0 as a remainder. So the procedure stops here. So HCF of 38,220 and 196 is 196. Now we are going to find out HCF of 867 and 225. Here the greatest number is 867. So we are going to divide 867 by 225. So we get 867 is equal to 3 times 225 plus 102. Since the remainder is not 0, we have to divide this 225 by 102. So we get 225 is equal to 2 times 102 plus 51. Even though remainder is not 0, we have to continue. Here this divisor become a dividend and this remainder become a divisor. In 102 there are two 51s, that is 102 is equal to 2 times 51 plus 0. Now the remainder is 0. So the HCF of 867 and 225 is 51. The second question is, show that any positive odd number is of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5, where q is some integer. Let a be any positive integer and b is a divisor, that is b as 6. Then by Euclid's division algorithm we can write a is equal to 6q plus r. The possible condition of r is r should be greater than or equal to 0 and less than 6. So the possible remainders are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In case 1, if r is equal to 0, we get a is equal to 6q plus 0. Let q be any natural number. If any natural number is multiplied with 6, an even number, we get even number. If r is equal to 1, we get a is equal to 6q plus 1. If an even number is added with 1, we get odd number. If r is equal to 2, we get 6q plus 2. Here an even number plus an even number resulted in even number. If r is equal to 3, a is equal to 6q plus 3. So we get an odd number. If r is equal to 4, we can write a as 6q plus 4, which is an even number. If r is equal to 5, we get a is equal to 6q plus 5, which is also an even number. So notice that for a positive odd integers 1, 2 and 5, we have 6q plus 1, and for 3 we have 6q plus 3, and for 5 we have 6q plus 5. Third question. An army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of columns. What is the maximum number of columns in which they can march? Notice that in the question the word maximum number, which means we have to find HCF of 616 and 32. To find HCF by using Euclid's division lemma, we can write 616 is equal to 32 into 19 plus 8. Since the remainder is not 0, this divisor is now become a dividend and this remainder become a divisor. While dividing 32 by 8, we get 32 is equal to 8 into 4 plus 0. Now the remainder is 0. So the HCF of 616 and 32 is 8. So the maximum number of columns in which they can march is 8. Use Euclid's division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1 for some integer m. Okay, in this question they give a hint. Let x be any positive integer, then it is of the form 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. Now square each of these and show that they can be rewritten in the form of 3m or 3m plus 1. Okay. Now let us take a as a positive integer and 3 as a divisor. So by Euclid's theorem we can write a is equal to 3q plus r. Now the possible remainders are 0, 1 and 2. In case 1, if r is equal to 0, a is equal to 3q plus 0. On squaring both the sides, we get a square is equal to 3q whole square. This can be written as 9q square. Here we can write 9 as 3 into 3. So we can write this as 3 into 3q square. Let us assume that 3q square as m. Now we get 3m. In case 2, if r is equal to 1, we get a is equal to 3q plus 1. On squaring both the sides, we get a square is equal to 3q plus 1 whole square. You know that a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus 1. So we get 9q square plus 6q plus 1. From these two terms, we can take 3 as common and we can write this as 3 into 3q square plus 2q plus 1. Now, assume this whole thing as m. So, we can write this as 3m plus 1. The next case, r is equal to 2. If r is equal to 2, we get a is equal to 3q plus 2. On squaring both the sides, we get a square is equal to 3q plus 2 whole square. So we can write this as 9q square plus 12q plus 4. Now we are going to split this 4 into 3 plus 1. From these three terms, we are going to take 3 as common. So we get 3 into 3q square plus 4q plus 1 plus 1. Now we are assuming this whole thing as m. Now we get 3m plus 1. So a square of any positive integer is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. Use Euclid's division lemma to show that the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Let us consider a be any positive integer and the divisor as 3. So we can write a is equal to 3q plus r by Euclid's division lemma. Since the divisor is 3, the possible remainders are 0, 1 and 2. In case 1, if r is equal to 0, we have a is equal to 3q. As per the question, if we are cubing on both the sides, we get a cube is equal to 3q cube. So we get 27q cube. We can write this 27 as 9 into 3. So we can write this as 9 into 3q cube. Let us assume that this 3q cube as m. So we can write this as 9m. Case 2. If r is equal to 1, then a is equal to 3q plus 1. On cubing both the sides, we get a cube is equal to 3q plus 1 whole cube. So we get 27q cube plus 27q square plus 3q plus 1. From these three terms, we can take 9 as common. So we can rewrite this as 9 into 3q cube plus 3q square plus 9. I'm sorry, q plus 1. This is equal to 9m plus 1. Case 3. If r is equal to 2, now then a will become 3q plus 2. If we are cubing on both the sides, we get a cube is equal to 3q plus 2 whole cube. Now we get 27q cube plus 36q square plus 36q plus 8. From these three terms, we can take 9 as common. So we can write it as 9 into 3q cube plus 4q square plus 4q plus 8. Now we can write this entire thing as m. So we can write this as 9 into m plus 8. So cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus